area to where we left them. So we may go and have one more look at them and see what else is going on nearby. So hold on as we reposition. Ellen in Arkansas, and thanks very much for sending your question through. Ellen's interested to know whether giraffe in zoos will require bone, or will they get enough minerals and nutrients and calcium from their diet. And I don't have a clue. I've never actually been to a zoo before. I've been very privileged in that I can come and see the animals in their natural environment. Well, I guess that's African animals. I haven't seen or anything in zoos. Bottom line is I'm not too sure what goes on in zoos, but I'm guessing that they will be fed pellets a lot of the time to help substitute just the leaf matter that they would normally feed on. And in those pellets, I'm guessing they're going to receive the required nutrients for them to be healthy. But I can't be certain of that. I'm just going to stop here and see if this is a decent angle for Phil. Is that okay? Good. And it would be interesting to know. I'm sure there are possibly some zoos out there where they simply feed their giraffe bones occasionally. As like I said, it is one of their traits to chew on bones. And these two ladies are still busy working at it. Well, good afternoon, Lynn, in Michigan. And Lynn, I'm very happy that you also prefer the darker giraffes. They're also my favorites, and I don't know what it is about the darker giraffes that makes them more appealing to me. There's a Burchell starling sitting up above them there that we can see. Anyway, Lynn would like to know what causes them to be dark. And it's merely a genetic difference, and even though these are both females, it's more likely that males become darker, and I've seen some males before with almost dark charcoal black patches as opposed to dark brown. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit closer so Phil can take you on a close-up tour of their patterns and colorations. We haven't been very close to them yet this afternoon, and I think they're quite relaxed with us. But then essentially it's a combination of genetics and age. I've found typically you don't very often see a young giraffe that's dark in color. They're typically older. And then it just depends on the individuals. Just like us as humans, you get some blondes, you get some brunettes. So no different to us. Nice and close, so you're going to be able to enjoy some great views of them, and the sunlight is perfectly shining on from behind us. Well, good afternoon, Sue in North Carolina. And Sue, I hope you're enjoying this very close-up view. Look at those eyelashes, the little whiskery hairs coming off her chin. Absolutely awesome. Sue would like to know, how flexible is their neck and how far can they swing it around? And they are surprisingly flexible, Sue. And the males will use their necks to fight. And they bludgeon one another with those horn-like structures on their heads with incredible speed and power. But in terms of an angle or amount of degrees, it would be hard for me to describe. And I hope you're enjoying this wonderful tour of the giraffe's neck that Phil's just taking us on. I'm fairly certain you'll be able to hear the crunching down on the bones. So I'm just going to keep quiet for a second or two. And is she looking for another one? I think she could be. There's a little oxpecker sitting patiently on her back. Obviously, it's had enough to eat already today. Thought you would have been close enough to a giraffe to hear it chewing on a bone. I certainly didn't think that was going to be happening this afternoon. And the surprises of the African wilderness will always keep the safari experience exciting. It doesn't matter how many times you've been on safari and how many times you've seen any given animal. They always provide us with new and interesting sights. Which is what keeps me coming back every day. And for a lot of you who are regular viewers, I guess you've been caught in the same trap as myself. And for any of you who may be new viewers, it's a friendly warning that this can be addictive. And again, to any of the newcomers who may have just joined in, we've got new people joining in all the time, sending in questions from all around the world, and it's so good to have all of you with us. Just to remind you all, my name is Scott, and Brent is out searching for other animals on another vehicle, and if you haven't met him yet, you'll meet him shortly. And hopefully he's going to find some wild dog to share with you, but in the meantime, look at this. It's all happening here. There's an oxpecker that's landed proudly on top of the giraffe's head, looking around. I'm not sure exactly what for, but it's looking around like it seems to be of importance. Obviously, it's an important oxpecker because it's almost holding its chest out to us, saying, I'm the king of the castle. And they'll be looking for parasites on the giraffe, so doing a huge favor to the giraffe and ridding them of blood-sucking ticks. Well, there's a lot of bones that I can see lying about here, and I'm guessing it could be possibly an old buffalo carcass, but they have got no shortage of bones to chew on. And no shortage of water nearby. I wonder if they will go down for a drink. The male has moved off, so he obviously came by to test if any of these females were potentially interested in some romancing. And after establishing that they weren't, he has continued without them. A giraffe will only fight for and hang around females when they can mate with them. Otherwise, the males will be on their own or in small herds, and the females often also in small herds. Different to another iconic animal of Africa, the zebra, which will fight for females throughout the year and have his harem of ladies that he cares for and protects. Well, good afternoon, Lisa. And on this very topic that I've just been chatting about, Lisa would like to know, how do giraffes compare to impala in terms of fighting over females? And it's fairly different, Lisa. The impala are unique in this area in that they've got a very concentrated rutting period for a short period of time in May. Basically, you could call it the month of May. Some people will say the first 2 weeks of that month of May will be the most intense mating period for male impala, and that's when they will compete ferociously amongst one another for rights to females. With giraffe and most other herbivores, the rutting or mating season is not necessarily as strict and as short, and that allows males bigger windows, but there is still natural competition that leads the males towards the females when they know they could get lucky, and those males will naturally have to compete with one another. So there still is competition for females, but not to the same degree and intensity over a short period of time like impala. Good question though, Lisa, and keep sending the questions through, everyone. I highly appreciate it, and it also helps us to clear up any misunderstandings or just help one another to learn and share facts on whatever we've heard or thought about these incredible animals. They've got wonderful long tails, the giraffes. Perfect fly swatters, which you can see it actively doing now. Well, I'm not sure about you guys, but I am dying to find out about how Brent's wild dog chase is coming along. And why don't we head across to him, get a quick update to see how he's coming along, and we'll keep you updated if anything changes with the giraffe. We'll see you a bit later.
Welcome back, everyone. We've still been scouring this area for wild dog. There's one set of tracks that go out south, but I'm not convinced they're from this afternoon. I think that's from earlier today when they were running around everywhere. For those of you who weren't on the sunrise safari, we literally followed wild dogs east, west, north, south, every direction possible under the sun, and we lost them. So I asked Andrew to pan across to this thicket over here, and we lost them after we went off air this morning in this incredibly dense drainage line in Timbuti thicket. And I've just come back and done a loop around the area, and I still can't find any tracks. So there's a very strong possibility that they are sleeping in this drainage line, and it is getting to the time of day, and it has been quite a cool day where they might think about moving, and very exciting. So just stopping here, we're using our other senses a little bit, we're listening, and with wild dogs you can actually smell them. Those who might remember from the sunrise safari, I described them as a cross between a wet Labrador and a moldy cupboard. Is the best description I think I can describe of how a wild dog smells. But I think what we're going to do now is, hopefully they are still in this thicket, and the closest water and the most likely place for them to move towards after this is the Arathusa Dam. So what we can do is maybe go have a quick look at what the remnants of that carcass, see if there's anything left more than what was left from this morning. They did kill an impala there, for those who might have missed it. We missed the kill, but we went back where they started playing with the scraps of the carcass. So maybe hyenas found it, maybe there's some vultures there. We can go have a look, and I'm sure there might be some hippo basking out of the dam as well, but we're not going to leave this area just yet. I'm still quite confident that the dogs are around. Just to make certain that, because this is quite a busy road, that I haven't missed anything, I'm just going to check it a little bit further than I did earlier down here, in case they might have snuck past me. Some Nyala over here and some waterbuck behind them. Always good when you're looking for wild dogs to check the alertness level of your small to medium-sized antelope, because if they've seen dogs recently, they look like they have been on the worst day of their life. They look very stressed, jumpy. And as you can see from these Nyala and waterbuck, it doesn't look like that at all. So the dogs are probably still resting up somewhere, hopefully close by. But we'll leave these wonderful antelope to themselves. And is there some warthogs there as well? Yes, there are. Some pigs just behind there. So we got warthog, Nyala, and waterbuck. Sorry guys, I've just got to talk on the radio for a second. Go ahead, Ryan. I've already done that side. If you just want to ask Yolanza to check that Nkonzo at the pipeline junction, I'm not sure whether it's from this morning before the sighting or it's from during the day, but I can't see where that Nkonzo goes. I checked central down to the airstrip, and then this morning I also checked down to the bottom end of the airstrip, and there was nothing. There we go. That actually looks to be possibly that family of warthogs we've seen before around Arethusa. That very successful mother who managed to raise 4 babies, and in an area that's got so many leopard like this. There we go. There come the babies.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise. It looks like she might have lost one, possibly. But that is nature taking its course. Just listening carefully now.
Oh, one more just ran past.
Look at 5 warthogs. Oh, there's more coming. Oh no. There comes the last little baby. Oh, well done, Mom. Still doing a good job. Okay. Sorry guys, I've just got a lot of radio chatter at the moment. I'm just listening to all the updates from around the reserve. But while I do that, I'm going to start moving towards the dam.